Hey guys, DJ Do, I'm back with ya for another one. All right, guys. Hey, I want to do a quick video regarding Serato 3.2.2. A couple weeks ago, I did Algorithms DJ, and we did a video regarding this effects. And Algorithms DJ does a lot of things right. Their effects are still kind of to me. That's the one thing, there, and there's a library search issue that I have with them. But besides that, it's a fantastic software. But Serato just updated their effects. They are up to, I guess I said, version 3.2.2. And that was just an update for the Groove 6, a new Pioneer controller, to be able to use. And but they did do the effects update about a month ago or so. And they are fantastic. And I'm going to show you right now. But before I get to that, I just want to say that I'm going to do a bunch of videos on other things regarding DJing. There's more to this business than just cutting and scratching and mixing and equipment. There's way more to this business. I am not a mobile DJ per se. I do have a mobile business that does weddings and stuff, but there's other DJs out there that do a fantastic job explaining that kind of stuff. There's, Nick Spinelli, Cleveland Terry. They will get into the mobile gig. That's not my game. My game is playing big stages as far as arenas, stadiums, opening up for major artists like Post Malone, or I did Avicii, Tiesto. Like, I've done all these kind of shows. I was on the road with Jason Aldean. I was on the road with Florida Georgia Line and a bunch of other artists. I still do all these major festivals. And I want to show you that process, how I get these gigs, how I got there, what I have to do, not only to get the gigs, but how I prepare myself, like grooming wise, as many people made comments, you motherfuckers, but you guys made comments of my looks not being the best. And you're right, they're not the best, but I do groom myself. I have 300 fragrances. I use different beard clippers, and I've tried all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you that kind of stuff as well. So more than just DJ equipment, I'll show you the products that I use. I'll show you also contract negotiation. I'll show you about EPKs. I'll show you about what's called a one sheet, who to contact, how you contact, what events to go to contact people and get to people face to face. It's still a face to face business that does better than any email that you will send, any phone call, any text message you will ever give. Face to face is still king. It's still king. So I will get into that in some other videos that are coming up shortly. I mean, whatever you guys want to know, I will tell you. I don't care. I've been very, very lucky, very fortunate in this business. So definitely follow along, subscribe, and I'll get to that in some other videos. But right now, let's look at some brand new effects from Serato 3.2.2. All right, guys, back in it. All right, this may take a minute, so get yourself a cocktail and settle back into this demonstration, and let me show you some of Serato's new effects. First of all, I am on the settings screen right now, and over here at the top you can see where it says use favorite effects list. I'm not going to use mine. I have a couple that I just have for just quick access when I want to just get to them quick, so I shut them off right now so I could take you through some of these effects. Obviously, there is a lot of effects here. I don't even think I have all the packs, to be quite frank with you. Let me see. Get more effects. And yeah, there's like 2 packs that I don't have for some reason, which I don't even need, to be quite frank with you. I don't think anybody needs them. But if you want to get them and you want to do anything more creative than I can do with them, then go for it. But right now, you can see that there's different categories here. There's delay and echo, and here's all your delays and echoes. You have distortion, you have filter, you have looper, you have modulator, out effects like break out, echo out, things like that, reverb, and tone, which is kind of very similar to some of the Denon hardware mixers and some of the Pioneer hardware mixers. And you can kind of add these kind of different tones to kind of give you risers, etc. So let's get into this real quick. Let me go back to the screen right here. Got some tracks that I won't get in trouble for, and let's just play some and let's go at it. And let me just take you through some of these effects. So here is the effects tab right here at the top. Let's open that up. Now, as you can see, if you go all the way to the right, there's a settings, little gear settings, and it opens up all kinds of parameters. Now, mind you, I'm only going to use one engine at a time. Obviously, there's 3 effects engines here. You can kind of layer them if you want, if you have the right controller, if you map these the right way. I'm using a little awesome controller, the Pioneer Flex 4. I love this little thing, but it only has 1 effects engine, at least at its map. So I'm pretty much going to turn them on and off. I'm not going to mess too much with the parameters and stuff. I'll do a couple just to show you that they can do it. But let me just show you the qualities of these effects, because the effects really sound good. And I don't even think you need a hardware. If you're just DJing on software and you know, you're not so worried about like your computer crashing and you're needing the effects for the computer, or, you know, which doesn't happen as much as it used to. A lot of people are like, well, it doesn't happen that much, to be honest. If you have a decent computer and you're updated, everything is updated, you shouldn't have hardly any issues. I've played in 98 degrees in the sun, 103 degrees in the sun on my computer, and had no denigration of effects or any of the software issues. But I am using an M3 MacBook Pro. But anyhow, let's go through this real quick. Here at the top, let's go delay. So let's put on some music, get yourself a cocktail, lay back for a second, and let's take a listen. Hopefully this is not too loud and you can hear my voice over it. All right, so let's go. Let's just go through a couple of these. Let's go through echo. It's a big one. Now most of these are all post fader. Okay, that's with 80% feedback, and that sounds clean. It sounds great. It really does. You can put a high pass filter on it. You can add some drive to it, and here's the beat modifier. Let's just turn the feedback all the way and just see how long this echo will go out. I already dropped the fader. It doesn't stop. It goes on forever. That's epic, dude. A lot of the old software effects couldn't do that. Okay. That's echo real quick. And if you guys want me to do a video and show you any of these other ones, I will. Here's spiral echo. I know a lot of Pioneer mixers. That was a big one with Pioneer mixers. I think it still is on most of them. Spiral. I used to use this all the time, but it used to get away from me, so that was in my non-pro days. I just thought it was cool. I have the fader completely dropped right now. So there you go, spiral echo. Let's go ping pong. Everybody knows what ping pong. Essentially, ping pong delay is a delay that just goes from left to right, left to right. This is called version echo. I don't know what this is about. I haven't heard most of these myself, to be honest. So I'm going through this with you. Version echo. Okay, it ramps up a little bit. It's kind of a dotted delay. Oh, actually, it is a dotted delay, because if you look here where it says beat modify, you can see that it says half dotted, and you can change these parameters. Triplets, 4 dotted. So these are a dotted delay called version echo. Those are actually pretty cool, and you need to you know, just make sure it's dialed in correctly, or it will kind of run away with you. All right, let's skip ahead to distortion. Bit distortion. Let's take a look at this. I never get why people use distortion, but if you're not a guitar player, but there's the low drive character, etc. Now, what's cool about these effects is that every time I change effects, you will see that these 4 parameters will change too. So this would be cool if you had an extra controller, like from DJ Tech Tools. Like, they make like these controllers with little knobs and stuff like that. And if you really want to get into it, you could just map all these and really mess with these, like your drive, your low drive, character, down sampling, bit rate. You can mess with all these, dude, and really get some incredible stuff out of this if you're that type of a DJ. I know most of you are like, you know, we don't need all that crap, but some do. Some do. Smooth drive. See, every time I change anything, these change. The tone, anything changes. So okay, that was distortion right there. And I don't know. I spent my whole career trying not to distort anything. I still don't get that. So Sizzle Crush. Let's look at this. This looks different. Let's mess with the bit depth and see what that does. Okay, so you can get pretty wild with some of these. All right, cool. And let's go down. Okay, let's go into filters. Let's see. Combo filter, dry filter. Probably puts a little distortion on the filter. I'm thinking infinity filter. Let's check out the infinity filter. Let's see what that does. Okay. Okay, so it's like a riser almost. I don't know if you guys can hear that. These have different types also. So you have peak, painter, whatever it is. Almost like a flanger and filter at the same time. Definitely usable. Low. Okay, LFO filter. Okay, let's move along. Here's a wah filter. Yep, just like a wah pedal for a guitar. And again, you could change any of these parameters. All right, let's move along. Let's go into looper. Here's a repeater. Okay. You can mess with that. Some people are going to be able to do amazing stuff with this. Okay, this is called retro halftime. This essentially, if you have a beat that's 140 beats per minute, this will slice it right into 170 instantly. Now, if you notice on my wet dry thing right here, if you notice that, it slows it down almost to a stop. And then as I come up, it'll start. Now watch. And as I bring it up, it's coming up to full speed. So, I don't know, you'd have to mess with that, but I think it's definitely usable. Like I said, this is a roll. This roll goes on forever. I have the fader completely dropped out right now. So the fader is completely dropped out right now, and the roller just keeps going. Bring down the music a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Anything else here? Stutter repeater. Now I'm not messing with any of the parameters. Okay. These are modulators. So these chorus, these are going to be, so here you can see these are modulations. Your flangers, your phasers. Let's see if any stand out. Here's the infinity. They even have different types like Omega. Octave 1, Octave 2, octaves free, you know. They're kind of risers with a little bit of a flanger behind it. Okay. This is called Transformer. So it's a transformer, but it's going from left to right. Okay, bring that down just a little bit. I apologize if you see it clipping up here. It's for the fact is that I'm having to push volume through. So let's see here. Phaser. You all know what that does. You know, what I'm saying right now, these things work really good. I mean, they sound great. Transform, we all know what that does. Your out effects are fantastic. Here's your break echo. Sick. I know a lot of people are going to use that one. You know, your break rewind is probably break. It's a break and then it backspins. A break, then it backspins. Clean echo out. It sounds so clean. It sounds like a hardware mixer. I'm telling you right now, it sounds great. I'm listening to it in headphones, and I'm listening to it to get digitized or anything. It doesn't sound digitized. Whoever did these effects, I'll have to look it up, but whoever did these effects, you know, they did a great job. Epic stretch rewind, you know, I'm sure this kind of slows it down. Yep. Short break echo, slow rollout, turntable break. I see anything turntable, I got to try it. So, there you go. All right, reverbs real quick. This is, I don't know, let's just go through epic reverb drop. That's definitely epic. You can mess with all the parameters too. Okay, let's look at any other reverbs I want to look at real quick. I'm just trying to go through these semi-fast, vast reverb drop. Okay, it's kind of a lighter version of the epic reverb drop. So it's very light. There's a bright reverb. Bright reverb. Okay. All right, so reverbs sound very lush, very big. They sound great. Let's see any of these other ones I want to check out. Epic reverb drop. Next door reverb. I don't know what that's about, but let's check it out together. So let's see here. And so like, oh, let me mess with the decay real quick, and let's see what happens with messing with decay. Okay, very short kind of reverb. Let's see, wet mix. Oh, let me go washout. Let me see what happens here. Beautiful. I wouldn't use that personally. That's not one of them I would use. All right, let's go to. There's at the bottom here. You can see where it says tone. Now these are interesting. These are like risers. Like Denon has some. I think Pioneers has some on some of their gear. Now, I could shut off the music right now, so I don't even need anything playing right now. There's another one called Space Invaders. Let's modify the beat real quick. That would be kind of cool to drop into something slower. I modified the beats to 8 beats. Direction, in other words, going down. So you can probably rise it too. You can. Okay. All right. This, honestly, I'm going to put this on my favorites list because I got certain things I would definitely use this for. That's called Space Invaders. All right. Let's get out of here real quick. All right. Let me tell you my final thoughts. All right, guys, there you have it. Serato effects. What do I think? I think they're amazing. I think they really are top notch. I think as far as software effects, they're top. They're at the top right there. These new effects sound great. There's different parameters on every effect. You can adjust them to whatever your liking is, whatever you choose, they're going to sound great. They really do sound amazing. And that being said, that if you're using thumb drives or using vinyl, of course you want a mixer that has effects on them. Do these sound as good as a hardware mixer? I think they do. I think they're right up there. I had headphones on and I couldn't tell, and you can listen to them yourself, but I couldn't hear any digital or artifact, or, you know, any digitalness going on or any artifacts going on in the background. I couldn't hear anything. When I cranked up the echo and delays and reverbs, they were very lush. They went on forever until I shut them down, until I kind of released them. And yeah, so you can do a lot with these effects. They're fantastic. They are top notch. They're probably the best out there as far as software effects. Is Serato the best software out there? You know, y'all know my opinion on that. I wish I had a software that could do everything. Like if I could take Algorithms DJ and some of the things that does, and the Serato effects, and you know, the stems are great on both platforms. If I could combine those somehow, and you know, there's I don't even want to get into this discussion right now, but that is for another video, because I want to revisit this, because I got a hunch there's going to be some new updates coming for Algorithms DJ. Serato's constantly updating, so we'll see what happens, you know. Anyhow, thank you so much. And as I said earlier, I'm going to try to give you guys pointers and my advice, or my experiences on how to make your career grow. I have more days behind me than I have in front of me, especially in this market and in this business. So I'm moving into the background, you know, one day, and I'm going to get off stage. And when I'm off stage, you guys are going to be on stage, and I'm going to be there in the cheap seats rooting you guys on. And I hope if I ever get to meet you guys out there, you guys will be, you know, say, hey, man, thanks for that little bit of a tip you gave me. You know, it helped out somewhere along the way. And that's the only thing I can only wish for everybody. With that, folks, I hope you kick ass this weekend. Got a busy weekend myself, playing every day, including Monday this week. So it's a big one for me. And may you kick ass out there. And may I see you again right here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Take care.